It's the Commanders who have possession as we get back into it in quarter number 3. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinator's probably scratching their
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now, man, and he hits him in stride. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Bashal Tootin, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Commanders are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is McCarthy. Oh, and that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. That is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. And Xavier Worthy 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Washington offense heading out. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They're able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And Walker has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's good for a Commander's first down. It's a gain of 10.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in for a Commander's touchdown. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Commanders stretch this 4th quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season.
The Commanders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. And a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Here's McCarthy. Got a man over the middle, Worthy.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 48.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and abundant.
They run straight ahead with Harvey.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And a nice little gain.
112 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Third down from the gun, McCarthy.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown, Giants!
And Xavier Worthy.
His third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
And the Giants get a bit closer.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Oh, were the Giants able to recover? Yes. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Goes right back to Smith again.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Out of the gun, they go with Harvey.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Now McCarthy.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. To the air with McCarthy.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the fourth. Quarter.
And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
They'll set up a throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Slings this deep from McLaurin. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Commanders have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. They'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone to put the lead out 2 more.
Well, after that, it's not hard to see where the momentum is pointing because it's squarely on his side after a heads-up play to jog that one in for another 2 points.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. And New York set to take the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And the Giants first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
McCarthy is set to throw it.
Over the middle, complete. That's Washington.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
16 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
McCarthy operating from the gun.
And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
And Xavier Worthy with career touchdown number 60. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Back to throw now on 1st down. And he fires one incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it.
And he will have a Commanders 1st down, and that should just about do it. Turton trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A great effort there.
His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter.
They'll look to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. McCarthy.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts.
That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Under pressure, they got him again.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And the pressure gets to him again. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for